Hello everyone, Crash here, this is RTA Motorsports. I just installed my LG ULTRAGEAR 32-inch behemoth gaming monitors on my rig here, and I'm gonna give you my first impressions. Let's get driving.
Welcome to RTA Motorsports.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gone live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad. I just wanna get it
Opens 60. Opens 50. 4 left and flat crest 50. 3 right long, crest opens 2 long. Opens 6 long crest.
Alright everyone, so we're inside the rig right now in a set of Corsa Competizione, and hopefully I could convey to you guys the size difference between the 27s and 32s. It's kind of hard to do on camera. Everything always kind of looks a little bit small, but it is actually a massive difference. I was really surprised. Now, I know there's been a lot of chatter on what's better for sim racing, 27s or 32s, and honestly it really comes down to what is your setup. Are you able to get your 27s within 5 inches of the back of your wheelbase? If so, then I would say go 27s, because then you're able to maintain that midline gaze at the center of the screen as much as possible. If you are like me and you have a stand that maybe has a PC tray, or you really can't get it close to the back of your, you can't really get your wheelbase underneath the monitors a whole lot, then you're kind of limited like me, and that's when you're going to want to start looking at larger screen size. So in my case, I have a PC tray where my PC is actually mounted to the back of the monitor here. So the PC tray, got a little accident. Oh no. So yeah, the PC tray is actually inhibiting my ability to really get these monitors close to the back of my steering wheel. And running with 27s for a while, I started experiencing, you know, a lot of cutoff of valuable information. For example, my mirrors. A lot of the older cars especially, they have a rear view mirror that would be up here. Now I would normally have it half cut off by my 27s, or depending on the FOV and the seat settings, maybe fully cut off, unfortunately, in a lot of the cases. So it really depends on your setup and how close you can get your monitors to you. So in my setup here, from my eyes to my monitors is about 29 inches. I think that's like 711 millimeters, I believe. Might be wrong there. So you kind of get an idea as to the limitations of my setup. When my motion rig pitches forward, when I'm braking really hard, the back of my SimExperience AccuForce V2 here comes within about a half an inch of touching that PC tray running across there. So, a little bit of information about these 32s. LG ULTRAGEARs here. I actually found them on an amazing sale at Costco. I'll post the Amazon affiliate link if you want to help out the channel and pick these up through Amazon, but honestly they were a lot cheaper at Costco. So I would suggest shopping around if you're looking for some new monitors. These feature like 1 millisecond response time, 165 hertz max refresh rate. And they're also G-Sync compatible. They're not G-Sync monitors, but they are G-Sync compatible monitors. Have the cool little G-Sync sticker there at the bottom, which is always awesome. But so far, I've been absolutely blown away with the amount of performance I'm getting per dollar for these monitors. Now, my monitor history has not been one that's been really impressive When I first started off, I had these 24s, had 3 24s that you can see up there, and they were not even matching 24s. I think this one here, this LG, I got at Goodwill, and then the other 2 24s that I had were like a Fry's deal. And so they were not really great monitors. They're just 1080p 60, but they did its job. I absolutely had a blast learning how to sim race, learning the ins and outs of iRacing, and they did its job really hooking me into sim racing and all the nuances of it. From there, I ended up upgrading to the Samsung CHG90, which everyone knows is an absolute beast of a monitor. It's, by today's standards, nothing too crazy. It's 1080p, 144 hertz, but it's got that crazy 32:9 widescreen aspect. That was my first actual serious monitor. But then I always had this fear of missing out because it's the equivalent of 227 side by side. I wanted that extra half a screen that I was missing on the sides, and I wanted to feel a little bit more enveloped. Now I know that they do have the Samsung Odyssey monitors now that have 1000R curvature. That would be awesome, but they are a little bit expensive for my liking. I like things on sale. I'm that type of person. Not saying that I won't end up getting one eventually, but the price was a little bit too steep for me at the moment. So I ended up researching a little bit more, looking into the size distance requirements to really maintain a good FOV and what I wanted to see in the car, looking at different measurements. And 32s are pretty much what I came down to, which would be optimal for my setup. Now I have a good wrap of my field of vision into my periphery with these 32s, which is something I was kind of lacking with the 27s because of just the distance away that I had them mounted. But when I started doing some more research, I ended up finding out these LG ULTRAGEARs are kind of overlooked monitors, but for what they offer, the amounts of technology they offer, it's actually pretty amazing for the price. They are HDR monitors. I would like to know what the peak brightness is, but so far I do got to say the HDR is pretty immersive, works pretty well. But I don't know if it's actually super bright enough to really fully, give you that HDR experience. But the price disparity between monitors that have, extremely bright pixels to really give you that full HDR experience versus monitors like this that are bright and can give you a little bit of that HDR experience is pretty huge. I mean, those monitors could really get as expensive as you want them to. But overall, I do gotta say, I've been having an amazing experience with this smoothness of these monitors, especially when I have G-Sync running, and the lack of ghosting that I'm experiencing. I was actually experiencing a little bit more blur. I do have to kind of test the other overdrive settings with its FreeSync technology and just see how they respond to possible motion blur and ghosting and things like that. But overall, I've been very, very impressed with these monitors, the aesthetics of them. Very good looking monitors. They have they call it a bezel-less, a 3-sided bezel-less design. There is still a little bezel, but it's enough where I can get away with using the bezel-free kit. I did have to kind of custom fit them on there. I'm gonna try to do more of a clean installation in the near future where I could still use the actual brackets they came with. But so far, it's been working really, really well. So hopefully you all enjoyed this, kind of my first impressions of this monitor setup. I've been super excited. Hopefully you're gonna get a lot more racing in. I do gotta say though, like the one biggest takeaway with this is the increase in resolution and the increase in the refresh rate has been almost transformative. It really does give it so much more of a smooth experience and just tricks your brain a little bit more into feeling like you're not looking at a flat image. It's been awesome. Well, everyone, hopefully you enjoyed this video. Definitely stay tuned for a lot of live streams. We're looking to do a lot in 2022. A lot more video coverage coming soon. Hopefully we'll get some track days, maybe some drifting under our belt this year. Everyone, again, I'm Crash. Subscribe, hit that like button. Stay safe, stay happy. I'll catch you all next time.
Triggers fast once she's naked, her body's a creation. They say the devil made her for his entertainment.